guys, welcome back for the return of Hot Take. Yeah, it's been a hot minute since last time I had a hot take out. Mainly I felt like it was a series that I needed to take a little bit of a break with, come back with a different perspective, and try to really concentrate on what I want the series to be about. But I want to thank Scopely Boundless, yeah, I'm going to keep calling them that, for motivating me to do this again, because they've done the one thing I said if they did it, I was going to rant about it. So thank you very much. You have brought back the return of Hot Take for me to rant about this one thing. But before I jump into that, I want to talk about some other things that I'm not as hot about, that some of the community is, and I'm going to explain this, right? This is my perspective. You can hate me for it if you want to, but ultimately I want to give my thoughts and takes on some other stuff out there. So let's jump into it. No time to waste. So first off, this Experiment X event, which I have up on my screen. This is one I'm not hot about. Does it suck that they are finally gating costumes behind a pay-to-win type of mechanic? It sucks, but at the end of the day, not the end of the world. I'll be lame. I'll run the original lame costumes. Scopely could have got me to spend more screen time. How did they had this workaround where I have to blitz or do raids or something like extra war attacks? Like, I've been more motivated. Even on my off wars, I'd be more motivated to do war attacks. But now they decided to do the cash grab. Thank you for saving me time in your game. And speaking of costumes that are paywalled, Emma Frost new costume is completely paywalled behind you spending 20 bucks on the battle pass. Hoping that means it's still 20 bucks, because who knows anymore. They are very hungry for some cash. Once again, you're saving me 20 bucks. There is no reason for me to buy this pass. I responsibly spend my gold to get as many milestone orbs as possible, which means I'm actively getting Emma shards on the regular, and eventually I'm going to max her out through the milestone 2 orb before she ever gets replaced out of there. So why would I spend to get shards of Emma and her costume? Why would I spend 20 bucks for her costume? I don't have that much cash to throw around. And you're not introducing any teal gear in the battle pass at this moment, so 20 bucks saved. Now, I do want to talk about the bad part of all this, because obviously they are looking to make money from their costumes, because yes, resources are going towards designing and making these costumes, so I can imagine they do want to recoup some money out of that time and effort being spent, because obviously giving away for free may not give them the return in other things that they are looking for. And honestly guys, if people don't spend for these costumes, I hate to say it, but most likely this could be the shift where they start putting reworks, different, better stat kits and stuff like that to costume characters. I think this is the beginning. I think this is the gateway drug to that happening, unfortunately. So if they don't make enough money off of costumes, I feel like that's the next step in this evolution. I hate it. Personally, I hate it, guys, but I'm just warning you right now what's coming, because I see the writing on the wall. Hopefully you guys do too. Now, before I move into anything else, the only thing else I want to mention from this dev blog is character availability. Maria Hill going to the war store. I kind of expected this. My bookie kind of expected this. Right? We had the Who's Next video. You guys seen the war store odds were very high for Maria Hill. So yeah, what I was expected. Sharon Carter was the obvious to become farmable first. But going with tradition, sometimes the least obvious is the first one to go farmable, and then the other two get released right before the legendary events. So it looks like Captain Sam is going to be the real bottleneck for players unlocking a Mega Red. Intended, hard for you to get. I know a lot of people were hoping that he would get the same treatment that Polaris got. Not happening. Once again, a Mega Red's going to be a pay to win, unlock first rotation around. But so far, none of this has me mad. Now, before I get into the thing that's really got me going, the reason why I'm making this hot take video today, and it's not the teal gear that you guys see on your screen now. I kind of expected this to be somewhat gated behind a paywall. It's a little bit more extreme than I was expecting. I feel like this is really extremely paywalled, and I'll get into more details of this later when I get into what I'm really hot about. But it is what it is. It's not stopping me from advancing my account. However, there is something that stopped me from advancing my account, and something that they said. So at the end of the day, I can do Doom 2 with not having teal gear. I'm just leveling my characters up, getting them to G15, and leveling them up as I go to up to 85 once I get there. Which, thank you for making teal gear so expensive. There's no rush for me to getting to level 85, so I'm not wasting my power cores. The main reason why I have over 11,000 right now, because no, I did not spend for them. I've just been saving them. because I have not been rushing myself to get to level 85. I just do the 1 refresh a day, which allows me to get my 600 keys from my alliance, and the rest of it I save. I don't spend it on ISO. I don't spend it on more campaign energy because I really don't have anybody to farm and I don't need gear. Certain types of gear. Let's get to the point of the matter where I am frustrated. So, Scopely said in their own words, in a blog post obviously, because they don't ever say anything publicly, that the reason they switched from orange gear and breaking the tradition was so they could kind of reset, make orange gear more available for us by starting over. Orange gear more available to us. I don't know about the rest of you, but there is one certain part of orange gear that has been a bottleneck. And when you say you're going to make it more available, that means every single thing that goes into orange gear. And what you didn't do is make these G13 pieces actually available. So, what did you do, didn't do? Let's talk about it. So first off, here in the store, well, we'll no longer see just 113 a piece when it decides to show up. That's great. It's still RNG. I have no control. I need miasmas. When's the last time I seen miasmas? It's been over a week. Sure, 2 or 3 or 4 of them might show up, but they have to show up. Second part, you didn't make this any cheaper. They were 60k a piece and they're still 60k a piece. I'm not saving any gold, so that gold can't go towards the teal gear. That gold can't go towards getting characters at level 85. No, you're still sucking gold from G13s. Not any cheaper, not really any more available. Let's move on to the war store. Now, did you make it cheaper in the war store? Yes, sort of made it cheaper in the war store, but you know we have to use our war currency on teal gear. So you know this is pointless. It's just flat out pointless. The fact that you made it cheaper, not really that great of a plot on the back, right? It needs to be available some other way because you're making us use our war credits now. Not only for teal gear, but Maria Hill's going to the store on Wednesday or Tuesday. Once again, you're making more than one show up at a time, but it doesn't matter when it's still RNG and those credits need to go towards something more future-proof. Does it help newer players catch up if that's what they want to focus on? Heck yeah, it does, and I'm pretty happy for them. But for the majority of the player base looking to advance their account to the end game stages, this does nothing. You made it cheaper by like 200 credits, whatever. It doesn't change it. It's still a bottleneck. There's no control. This store, I still can't remember the last time I seen miasmas in the war store. It's been over a week. I don't know what your guys' algorithm is, but I'm pretty sure you could tell the characters that I want to take to G15 and you're just stopping me from doing so. And let's talk about the last point that has me just hot about this whole entire having to start over, making it more reasonable. Let's jump in MSF.gg and I'll show you what's reasonable, or what they think's reasonable. Alright, so we're in MSF.gg. We can pick any character here. I'm going to pick one, not any of the 3 newer ones, because apparently their data's a little bugged, according to some of the issues that Marvel Strike Force has put out. So let's pick Black Widow. Why not? Let's pick Black Widow. I know, we could probably pick something a little more exciting, but it was just the first one that showed up. Don't crash, thank you. So let's look at this. Going to Gear Tier 16 with the teal. Right? They needed to hit the reset button so they could start over with a brand new tier. But I can already see the future here with this tier. So either they're going to keep switching colors or they just screwed the player base on future content in this game. Because when I scroll down and take a look at, and hopefully it's not cut off, right here. Shield tech, augmented shield tech, right? That's the unique piece. Now this piece is not gated behind, this is available in the orb, but a 20% drop chance out of 20% out of all the different ones. So not only do you have to hit the 20% to get unique, yet you have to hope your unique pops. So it's still technically not really farmable. The G14 looking pieces which are kind of cut off here, or here the Alpha Flight and performance trackers. This is you're gonna have to buy in the supply store. They're not available anywhere else. Here, if this character is cheap, you only need 36. We'll get into this here in a second too. But these old 13 pieces, right? You need 18, not 12, 18. The first level of the gear, you need 18. Why isn't this 12? Why is this 18? How in the heck is this going to scale up? I mean, it's possible they can still scale up 24, 25, but you need more of this, and it's going to be just as RNG as we currently have for the orange gear. And then let's talk about these little 14 uniques, where I honestly don't know why there isn't a set number for all characters. Why does this fluctuate? It makes no sense other than to make artificial scarcity, and hopefully you hit the jackpot making us want to buy on this, because all the characters we want to take to the highest level require the most. So here we have a cheaper character like Black Widow, takes 36. Let's jump into a more expensive one. And for argument's sake, not a character I highly recommend ranking up this far anymore, but let's go into Hela, right? She used to be a really expensive one. Is she still expensive? Yes. You see, she needs 90 of the whatever Ichor, whatever that is, and Celestial Lattice, right? She needs 90 of them. She's not even worth 90 of them. Why is this not a set number? Why don't they go back and reevaluate how many uniques a character needs based on how long they're in the game? That'd make a whole lot more sense. So as a character gets older, they require less of this gear. It just makes no sense. Once again, you guys see it needs 18 miasmas. It's not even the price tag at this point. It's the lack of future vision for their game. I'm not mad that Teal Gear costs a lot. I'm not mad that costumes are pay gated. I am mad that they failed on their promise to make Orange Gear truly more available, more affordable, so we can get more of our roster up in that Orange Gear category, whole way to 15, where most of the power creep is. And then I'm also upset that they've already started to scale this to have the exact same problem we had with Orange Gear all over again with the brand new Teal Gear. I feel like this is a company that constantly changes their mind. They can't make a commitment. They change their opinions from one week to the next. And they are pissing off a player base for what? I have no idea. But guys, this is my hot take. If you enjoyed it, do me a huge favor, hit that thumbs up button. If you're new here and haven't done so already, hit the subscribe. And if you don't want to miss any more videos like this one, hit that notification bell. With all that said, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.